artists set up little booths and exhibits, and now it says we're live. So if we've not been recording yet, typo. Are you just joining us? If you're listening to this, we have no way of knowing, but it did say scheduled until about 15 seconds ago, and now it says live. So were we just talking to ourselves, Trish?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, if you're just tuning in, you're just tuning in like everyone else because we
Welcome.
weren't streaming yet, but now it looks like we're live.
So this is my second time using StreamYard. So apologies if we're about to be a bit redundant for certain people. And if potentially this isn't redundant, welcome. My name is my name is Trish Kane, and I'm the founder of Healerverse. And we just launched our social media platform and space a few weeks ago. And the website is 5dhealerverse.com. And I really wanted to meet with Brant today because we're going to do our launch event in Portland, Oregon next weekend. And they were doing a 4-day event that they actually beautifully invited me out to come to. And a lot of it is centered around mindfulness and mental health and just wellness overall and art and music. And so, I mean, it was obviously in divine alignment. And actually, I've never been to Portland, so we are ecstatic right now. And
It's exciting.
yeah,
It is really exciting that you will be kicking off Healerverse here in Portland. Portland's an awesome city. In the summer, it'll be, we were just looking at the temperatures. It'll be about 83 to 85 degrees with no humidity, and going to be awesome weather, awesome people coming together to celebrate Avalanche and all the good stuff. So we have lots of events planned, and I just checked, and we are going on X or whatever it's called now, if you can see us there.
amazing.
So it is working now.
Okay,
So there
good.
is 2 people watching on Twitter, 576. I don't know, that was maybe a made up number, but there is people that are listening now. So we can go back a little bit about the Thursday night, the art gallery that we'll have set up.
Yes. So, yes, definitely. And basically, Brant is the producer of this event. Is that right? For Avalanche?
Yes. Co-producer, helping, putting it together, doing a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But
And we did do a little intro to blockchain prior to this. It is unbeknownst to us if it recorded or not. Maybe we could just recap that at the end.
sure.
Yeah. All right, great.
So
Thursday night.
Thursday, we'll get to the art walk. The
Yes.
gallery will be displayed. So we'll have all sorts of awesome artists. Some of them will be selling art. So there will be a lot of people out and about in the Pearl District of Portland. So that'll be a fun evening on Thursday. Friday, we'll let people kind of sleep in, hang out, maybe get brunch or a nice breakfast in Portland. And then Friday afternoon will be an amazing concert. So we have Sammy Arriaga, who's kind of I think country Mexican American vibe, along with Clijan, which is a trap violinist.
Violinist. It's okay. It's probably one of those potato situations, Yeah, and I've actually heard him play before, and he's amazing. He played at an event at NFT NYC, and I mean, what a great time. He is so talented and such a beautiful soul and human being. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing him. Yeah,
that'll be awesome. It'll be a fun concert during
yeah.
the day. And then after that, we'll have a basketball game. So we'll have 2 NFT projects, Love Monsters and Chicken. I know Trish got the chicken jersey. So that'll be a fun activity. You don't have to play. A lot of people will just be watching, but it will be streamed. There will be a Twitter space going, commentating the game, and it will be in the Omniverse, which is where you can check out some of the events online. But yeah, it'll be an awesome game. MVP gets $100 cash. There's some pretty cool stuff happening around the basketball game.
I'm
And then,
really excited for
yeah,
that. Can we just stop on that for 1 second? So
absolutely.
obviously, like Healerverse being like a wellness platform, like spiritual and holistic wellness, and like, you know what I mean, like wanting to disrupt some other stuff. Like, I just have to tell you how much that taps into my inner child of playing basketball, because I always played when I was a kid and I had so much fun. And there's something about community and being part of a team, and having like
Right.
a core purpose of just like obviously trying to win, but I'm obviously gonna win though because you're on my team, and then we have like a semi-professional basketball player on our team.
We did try to load up our team, but it will be competitive. Last year, it went to overtime. It was an
Did it?
instant classic,
No way.
competitive. It was a lot of fun. So that'll be Friday
So
night.
fun. And it's so good to just like move your body and be on a team and like be part of a community. Yeah.
Right.
So
It'll be
excited.
a lot of fun. And
I'm
then
excited.
Saturday morning, why don't you take over and tell us a little bit about the activity that we have at the Moxie on Saturday morning?
Yeah. So basically, because I was going out to Portland and collabing with Avalanche, AVX Crypto / PDX / Brant and team, I figured it would be a perfect time to be able to do the Healerverse West Coast launch. And basically, we started to do our emails out to organ healers that we researched and that were at some events that our other Healerverse friends were at, and really started to start to market our companies. So we invited everybody from 9:30 to 11:30 to a sound healing and meditation where I'm going to actually be doing a theta meditation and dropping everyone basically into Mama Gaia, or like the center of the earth, and pulling up the energy from there, coming up and releasing and opening up all of our chakras up to our crown chakra, and then going up to the theta state of meditation, where the theta state of brainwaves, that is where you want to manifest from. So, and you can tell when somebody gets to that brainwave state because their eyes start flickering. And we're going to do like a manifestation meditation. And it really does change your psyche too if you start your day with that. So it's going to be able to be nice to show people how to get there. And then our beautiful sister Jay is going to be doing a sound healing. And any healers that are coming are honestly actually encouraged and welcome to share what they're doing and what they're doing in Oregon and in Portland, and even internationally. If people come in internationally, other healers, everyone is welcome to share there. And that's going to be for a couple hours on Saturday morning. And yeah, just really like get to know each other in the community, since we literally just launched a global social media platform in the US, the UK, Canada, and Australia. I have a lot of healer friends in Australia, so I was like, okay, we're gonna go live in Australia. And then after that, Brant, what are we doing after that?
After the sound healing, there will be a cornhole tournament. So if you don't know cornhole, you can Google it. Make sure you put cornhole and nothing else, just so you make sure you get the right search results. But cornhole, we'll have that at a house, secret location. Must have a ticket to know where it's at, but we'll be tossing bean bags around, having fun, a little barbecue action. Followed by Saturday night, we'll go to the PNCA, which is the Pacific Northwest College of Art. We'll have a panel discussion there. There'll be some other activities going on at the PNCA, but that's where we'll have a panel of different community members, all sorts of different people from the Web3 blockchain technology world. So that'll be there on Saturday night, and then people can go out, do what they like. There's lots of nightlife options in Portland. So depending on what your preference is, there's dancing, there's bars, there's rooftop patios, lots of different options for after that. So that'll be fun.
I understood that there was a pajama party meditation.
That will be happening. That is public knowledge, but we're keeping it kind of on the down low. But there will be pizza and pajamas and some meditation and kind of a low key but fun after hours activity on Saturday night.
That's more my speed.
Yeah, so that's going to be a little bit more laid back. It'll be a fun evening for sure. And then Sunday morning, we're having an art lesson, juice bar. So if you did partake in something else on Saturday night and need to hydrate, we'll have some freshly squeezed juice. And we'll also have an open mic. So people will be able to share a little bit about their mental health journeys. There'll be people able to do some peaceful painting if you want to paint. We'll have everything you need from the paintbrushes to the paint to the canvases. So if you want to do some painting, just good networking, meeting people, sharing stories with each other. So that'll be Sunday morning at the Moxie also.
That's so nice.
And that'll be a fun, kind of a quiet Sunday morning activity. And then for those that are still be around, we'll go to Grand Central, which is a fancy bowling alley. So that'll be kind of the Sunday evening last dance is what we're calling it, kind of a wrap up culmination of the weekend at Grand Central Bowling.
Amazing. Yeah, honestly, the morning activities sound amazing. Painting.
A lot of exciting stuff for sure.
Yes, it's going to be amazing to honestly meet everybody. And what's so interesting about Web3 and one of like the downloads that I've gotten from spirits in like February of 2022 is that the Web3 community is here for a reason and it's not what we're seeing yet. And to me, like I was like, got it, you know? Okay, drop the mic is kind of like how I say it when I get downloads like that. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see like what is more revealed. But one of the things that I do see with the Web3 community and our community in general is that people honestly are on a mission to help one another, to be there for one another, to pick people up when they fall, or help them to rise higher when they're already up. Is that your experience too with the Web3 community?
It really has. Extremely supportive people, because when I first, like everybody, didn't know much about it when I first started. And there was a lot of people that were extremely willing to help. And that meant a lot. And that's really, the technology brought me, but the community kept me.
Great.
And the community, the people that I've met through this journey in Web3 have been incredible. And I love that the IRL, as we call it, in real life relationships and people that met last year have created projects together. Two people that met last year, I saw one of them was in the other one's wedding. So just like friendships and relationships and projects are born out of this weekend for sure.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of the projects too are based on like a better mission. You know what I mean? Like in regards to like saving the forest or helping the koala bears or like something in alignment with doing better in the world. And that seems to be the theme. And I love that.
That is true. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So, in regards to the topic that we were talking about with mental health, I don't know how much you want to go into that. If you want to keep it just on community, or if you want to share a little bit about your story or whatnot, and you don't have to go into talking about anything you don't want to talk about, but you're welcome to share whatever you'd like.
Yeah, thanks, Trish. I will share a little bit on Sunday morning about my journey because it is pretty. I don't want to say unique because I know there's other people that have had challenges and struggles and everything too.
Mm.
But it will be a cool story to share with everybody about how I was a Dean's List college athlete and found myself in a mental hospital as a patient. So that's just a little teaser. You want to be there on Sunday morning to hear the whole story. I'll keep it fairly brief at the event because no one wants to hear me up there just rambling, which I do have a tendency to ramble a little bit, but I will condense the story down into 4 or 5 minutes about how I've been stable now for almost 15 years. I know it's hard to believe that I was out of college when this happened, and 15 years have already passed because I know if you're seeing this, I don't look like I'm that old of a guy.
No.
But it has been that long now, and I've been stable and a lot of support from friends and family. But yeah, so I'll share a little bit more on Sunday morning about at the event during the open mic time. But yeah, mental health is very important to me, and I know there is people that are going through it that don't feel like they have support. So I do know that without my family, my mom and dad, I wouldn't be where I'm at today because of the challenges that I had mentally. There's people that have done nothing wrong. It's not like I did drugs or anything to cause it. I just have a chemical kind of imbalance that has caused challenges that now I'm very cognizant of my diet, my exercise, my sleep habits. I take medication, all those things to help keep me stable. But definitely an interesting journey, and I'm excited to share it and open up with those people that are there on Sunday morning.
That's amazing, and thank you for being vulnerable enough to share that. That's one of like the biggest things for me is never stop telling your story because you never know who it's going to help. And I know even just being vulnerable enough to share what you just did definitely helped people. Like at first, especially going on LinkedIn for some reason, it was challenging for me to open up and be like, "Hey guys, I've been sober for almost 9 years." It's like, wait, what happened to you? And like for me, like everyone's story is different, right? But it's like that's what's important, that everyone always like can tell their story because it is selfless to do so. And it just helps people, to know that they're not alone. And basically, I think every single family goes through something, whether they have the, you know, white picket fence and amazing family or not, like whether it's addiction in the family or mental health in the family or other things, and I'm
Right.
so grateful in 2023 that people are starting to open up about this, especially post being locked up, right? um People are like, we need help now. It kind of like really hit a breaking point for people to be like, okay, maybe we should start like talking about things and start being more together. Because one of the nice things about like being locked up was it kind of stopped everything. So we were able to like reflect and not be on autopilot anymore and be like, okay, what really matters? You know, what really matters? And who do I really want to be around? And what do I really want to do? Right?
Right. That did definitely give us time to slow down, think about what matters, like you just said, and then focus on those things. I'm a big believer in continuous improvement, trying to get a little better every day. Circle of control. If you can't control stuff, like why stress over it? Right? Like if you can't
Yeah.
control it. And so I like, slow down, say thank you, mean it, and see how life changes, and sometimes we get so caught up in the everyday go, go, go that we don't slow down and take time to be appreciative of the little things that we've been given. And I know that's something that I work really hard at, is not taking things for granted, because there's lots of people that would love to have my bad days.
Mhm.
right? There's people out there that would give anything to have what I consider a bad day. And every day that I get out of bed, I used to say we only have good days and great days, right? No more bad days, all good days. If it's less than good, we'll still call it a good day. If it's better than good, we'll call it a great day. But I think that that's something that sometimes we get so caught up in the rat race of the world that we don't think whatever it is you believe in, right? God, gods, whatever it is somebody believes in, we don't take time to thank the universe or the God or the gods, whatever it is, for what we've been given. And I think that is something that, I'm open to new ideas and new things. And that's why when blockchain came around, I was interested. When we connected, I didn't know too much about I guess I didn't know anything about what Healerverse was, but having opened up and heard more, it's definitely extremely interesting and something that I want to know more about. And I'm excited to have the opportunity to meet in person and connect and share stories and just build our friendship, Trish, and see what comes from this. But definitely, I'm excited to get to come out and see Portland because
Me
it is a
too.
beautiful city in the
Yeah.
summer, and it gets a lot of bad attention on the news sometimes, but I love it here. People here are great, and so I'm excited to have you come visit.
I'm one of those people that does not watch the news. Like, I actually like speak out against it, and I'm like, that's not the news, because it's not. What you just spoke about holding the door for somebody, that is the news, brother. That
Yeah,
is the news.
how it should be, right?
Yeah, that's honestly the news. And like, like not expecting even a thank you, like saying thank you. Yeah, of course. Like that's how I was brought up. And um but you know what I mean? But that's not why I'm holding the door. Not for the thank you. I'm holding the door because I care. And not for nothing, but like, 8 years and 8 months ago, I couldn't walk. So whenever anybody is like walking or like in a wheelchair with a walker or something, I'm like holding the door for them. You know what I mean? And I'm
Right.
thinking they have no idea who's holding the door for them right now, you know? You never know where people have been. And altruism is truly a beautiful virtue of just being able to help somebody and not expect anything in return, you know?
True. I think that is a great point. So many people do things in expectation of return actions rather than just doing it out of benevolence.
Yeah. Yeah. And it is tricky, like, because I know for me as like a tech founder, like my mental health, like for like a year and a half, like probably was like, and somebody shared about this on LinkedIn the other day, but like I didn't even know that I was like going through it. But really, like I am a people person and I am like a love spreader. And for me to keep my head down and try to figure out like tech and all this stuff, like, and I did, but like that's just not my forte. And like obviously there's a ton of bottlenecks. Anybody that has a management degree, I mean bottleneck, bottleneck, bottleneck. You know what I mean? Like bottleneck.
Right. I get it.
Like everywhere. Cause like I mean, I was the bottleneck, but at the same time, it's like I am the CTO. I need to understand. But so like having like the stress of like literally like learning all of the everything and not sleeping and like traveling and not eating, like it takes a lot out of you. And one of the things that I realized the last few days, and sometimes I go in and out of that, right, is like I need to take care of myself. And also it's not doing me any good to just spin my wheels all the time. There's certain things I have to let go of, like
Right.
let God. Um,
Yeah.
and whatever God is, like you said, it's whatever you want it to be. It's just not you. It's, you know what I mean? It could be in you coming out, but it's just not you, you know?
Yeah. If you look around, it'd be all too coincidental. It seems like that all of this is not right. Something bigger. There's got to be something, right?
Yeah. Do you feel like having a relationship with a higher power has helped you with your like mental health journey overall and just feeling like,
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I've always kind of had that feeling, but even more so, now that I have children of my own, I
yeah,
feel like definitely there is. that feeling of it's not just me and them. There's something bigger and a bigger power. And so just to try to, I like the saying, preach the gospel, but use words only when needed. Right? Like I don't want to be the one that's trying to hit people over the head with religion. I just want people to see me and the way I live my life and know that there's something more to me. So I don't want to just, I'm not the type that says, "Oh, God bless you," and then turns around and does stupid stuff or steals or shoplifts. I'm much bigger on, let my life and the way that I live and the light shine through me than me being outspoken and not living it. Living it's the most important thing for me.
That's beautiful and well said. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah.
Well,
So,
I appreciate you taking the time today,
yeah,
and it's amazing that we connected so recently, but
I know.
so
And
well.
honestly, I am psyched for Portland. I'm really excited for all the events and just like doing the Healerverse launch with you guys. Why not? Right? I was like, we're going to Portland. We're going to be on the West Coast. Let's just go,
Yeah.
Yeah. And what else? So, just to wrap it up real quick, if anyone does have any questions about blockchain, we'll be doing live on the metaverse when we're there too. Do you have the link for that? Are you able to put that in the like summary of this after it posts? We
I
can see
should be
everything.
able to on LinkedIn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or even
once
if you want to send it to me, I could put it up live on
okay.
everything and then explain to everybody what everything is and the
Yeah,
metaverse.
I'll send a link and then they can take a look.
Yeah.
And then I'll send a link to the tickets and
Yeah.
yeah, but feel free to reach out. It's on Twitter at AVAX, AVAX _PDX. So feel free to check there if you have questions. You can drop us a note. But yeah, a lot of exciting stuff, new people, year 2, bigger, better, really excited.
Yeah, I'm really excited. And honestly, even when I was looking up places in Portland to do the Healerverse event, there's like spiritual coffee shops there. I'm like, what? Like, this place is amazing.
There's a lot of cool places in
Yeah,
Portland.
like beautiful landscape. I'm super excited to meet you in person and to connect with everybody. And yeah, we'll see you guys there.
Awesome. Thanks, Trish.
Thank you.
Still live. We'll see if